First, just sending quick love and healing wishes to folks affected by Hurricane Melissa. So, yesterday, I had the privilege of being on this stage, and I talked about the idea of embracing your frustration. So, if you're taking a part in some form of a movement, it's important to embrace that thing that is agitating you, that is maybe giving you some sense of pain. I didn't really talk too much about my frustrations yesterday, but I feel like I should walk the talk and maybe share a little bit, because I encouraged everyone to ask other people, what are you frustrated about? So, quick backstory. When I was young, I hated Michael Jordan. All right, the basketball player. I hated this guy. He beat my teams over and over again, repeatedly. Like, I hated the way he walked, the way he talked, the way that he dressed. If y'all know that reference, come and catch me afterwards. And then I saw this commercial that he did. And he talked about the hundreds, even the thousands of shots that he'd missed. He talked about the many times that his team counted on him to hit a game-winning shot, and all the times that he missed. And he closed this commercial by saying, I have failed time and time again in my career, and that is why I succeed. And that changed everything for me in how I thought about Michael Jordan. I realized, wait a second, this alpha male, this guy who's a predator on the basketball court, you know, his strength, it doesn't come from the highlights. They don't come from the highlights. The strength comes from being knocked down over and over and over again, but still getting back up. And we multiply our strength when other people are there with us, pulling us up, helping us to look high. Not to the highlights, but to look high. Because we know what we can accomplish. We know we are destined for something better, and therefore we keep getting back up. And so I just want to take a moment to kind of invite you all into that energy, if you're willing to do this with me. Maybe just close your eyes, or just fix your gaze internally for just a brief moment. And I want you to think about someone in your life who has lifted you up. Someone who has given you some strength, especially through hard times. Okay, this could be someone from years ago, it could be somebody right now. Just take a moment to think about that person. In your mind, using the energy that you have, just send some love out to them. Send some flowers their way. Appreciation, gratitude for what enabled you to be in this place right now. That's how we spread strength. All right, so if you're closing your eyes, if you're focusing internally, you can open up your eyes, you can come back now. The person who I'm about to introduce to come on the stage embodies that type of strength. This individual is who we call our vulnerageous speaker. The harmony of being vulnerable and being courageous. Of being able to go deep, of being able to go wide. Not just keeping strength for yourself, but being able to spread that across communities. So please join me in welcoming our vulnerageous speaker, Clementina, the sustainable Latina.
Hello, hola. I'm so acknowledged the land that I'm standing on of Loni, and I'm so thankful for everyone that's here. And I have something to share with you all today. So the title is 7. 7. Also, the day my activist spirit was born. I was 7 years old when I found my father wasn't considered a human being. He came home from the fields, his skin and clothes dusted by DDT. I remember asking, Daddy, Papi, what's this? What is this on you? He smiled tiredly and said, they sprayed us again today. I didn't understand then that it was DDT, a poison. I just knew that my father, who picked the food people ate, wasn't being protected like a human should be. That day, my world cracked open. Soon after, my father marched with Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta, walking for dignity, for justice, and for the right to breathe clean air and live without being poisoned. I remembered my mother, too. She couldn't buy fabric or art supplies. So she created beauty out of what others saw as waste. Scraps, old curtains, even pinto beans that rolled out of the pantry. And me, I learned early that survival could be art and resistance could be love. I made Barbie dresses from couch fabric and curtain backs, not knowing I was already part of a legacy, turning waste into wonder. I am the product of two souls who refused to accept invisibility, a field worker and an artist. Their struggles became my fire. Today I speak out against the poisons of our time, microplastics, toxins, fossil fuel, fashion, because the fight that began in the field still lives in our clothes, our oceans, our air. I am that 7-year-old child still asking, why must ones who feed, nurture the earth, and all human beings be treated as less than human? I am that grown woman now, answering, they won't be, not if I have a voice. Thank you.